Day 14, post-op. Now today I have the first day without staples. Now when almost immediately I started walking yesterday, my leg felt a lot more stable than it had before, and I feel like my kneecap has got a lot more movement than it did before, which is making me feel more stable. I'm working on trying the heel strike walk thing, which seems really strange to me, and it goes against all the things I've ever learnt, but it does help me feel more stable on that leg whilst the muscles wake up and get back into action again. I have got some exercises from my physio, and here is what they are. Exercises. Now when I looked at the exercises that lovely physiotherapist gave me, I thought, oh, it's no problem, I've only got to do 4 sets once a day. Then I looked again. She's given me 30 reps times 3 sets times once a day. So that means I've got to do 90 heel raises. The next one I've got to do, I've got to stand on one leg. My next exercise is with a TheraBand. Now she's given me one of these, which I've got to tie around a table or something. Now I have looked them up, and there's 8 resistance levels, and this is number 3 of 8, 1 being lightest, 8 being stiffest, so it is pretty stretchy. And I've got to tie it around my knee and do knee extensions. Last one, wall sits. This is the one I'm dreading the most, actually. I've also got to work on the full extension. I'm a couple of degrees off full extension, and I've got to do that by putting my heels on a table with nothing under my knee. Now I have not done that for decades, almost, because it really hurts my knee. Well, it has done for all these years. So doing all these things I've avoided on purpose because they hurt, and I've got to deliberately do them now, is all really weird indeed. However, this is what I mean. I'm working on hamstring stretches to try and alleviate that tendon. I'm thinking if I apply some logic to this, if I keep it slightly bent all the time, then I'm going to end up with hamstring and tendon shortening, and that's what's going to cause the pain. So I'm trying to keep it straight, and I'm trying to keep my legs stuck out, and when I'm sitting on the sofa like this, I've got my legs stuck out, my heel on the ground, my toes pointing up, nothing behind my knee. It really hurts, and it has hurt for a lot of years, and I've avoided doing it, but I'm picking that this is what I'm supposed to be doing in order to keep the legs straight. I've also been trying to take some pictures from various angles because I'm trying to work out whether it actually is straight or not, because it's so swollen it's hard to tell compared to the other leg, but I've just got to keep on trucking on. I can also now see how people that are housebound can get really quickly quite depressed. This morning was the first day I didn't actually have anywhere to go, no one to see. I can't get anywhere because I live out of town. This is going to be my challenge mostly for the next 6 weeks, and I began to think, what's the point in getting up today? And but you see, you've got to drag yourself out, and you've got to make yourself do this stuff, because no one is going to do it for you, and you're just going to end up having trouble later if you don't. So I dragged my butt out and got up and did some dishes. I can actually stand now for a wee while without the instant throbbing. I'm hoping that's staples related. But yeah, the bend and the restriction of the bend is really worrying me. My physio isn't that worried, but everybody else I've spoken to has been quite worried. So this U-turn of thoughts is really confusing me somewhat. So should I be fretting about how much flexion I can get here or not? I'm really confused.